What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your August 2019 reading. I apologize that these are so late. August has been a super busy month for me. I had a lot of personal readings that I wanted to make sure I got to and got those out of the way, and that kind of didn't help either. So anyways, I hope that you guys are having a great month so far. This is going to be perfect for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs. If it does not resonate with you, then please go check out your other signs because those may make a little bit more sense this month. And yeah, let's get into it. So, I've already pulled cards for you guys. This month is really interesting for you guys, Aquarius. Overall, I feel like you guys are in a really good place. You know what I mean? I feel like Aquarius, especially like last year, you guys went through a lot of hurdles, especially pertaining to, your home life or your home life work life balance, right? And I feel like you guys are in a much better place this time around. I feel like you guys have a lot of opportunity in front of your face, but there is a little bit of concern this month about your creativity. Okay. And I say that because as your spirit animal guide, you guys got the sea serpent. Sea serpent is all about that creativity. It's all about really the second chakra, the sacral chakra, right? Where our creativity comes from, our expression. And the sea serpent really talks about that. So for some of you, it feels like you guys have been really, really on top of it in terms of your like creative endeavors. Some of you guys are coming into a place, like especially with work, where maybe you're sitting in a position that allows you to use more of your creativity, and that's a really good thing. And on the flip side, some of you, it feels like you might be feeling a little bit creatively stifled. There's a lot of sword cards and cup cards here on the spread, so that lets me know there's a little bit of battle between like your emotional body and your mind, right? The brain and the heart type thing. So I feel like if this is a time where Aquarius, you guys have been really feeling like creatively stifled, this is a really good time to do something that makes you feel grounded, that will kind of help pool those creative juices all together. Especially if it's like a water thing. I'm getting with the sea serpent, you know, like you like to swim or something that makes you feel away. But I'm definitely getting out there, going hiking, meditating, yoga, anything that makes you feel a little bit grounded and kind of gets you back to your center, because I feel like that's really important for you guys to really be like flexing that creative muscle this month. You've got a lot of cards that support it. And then also, as your question, you guys got, how have I become me? What am I like? So a good time of self-reflection, really looking at yourself and like what makes you you, you know, your favorite qualities of you, maybe things that you could work on, areas of opportunity, because all those things and kind of having that understanding of self kind of helps us evolve ourselves as well, right? If we're knowing who we are, where we are, and where we're trying to go, and what things we need to tweak or whatever in order to get there. So that's really, really important for you guys this month as well. This month is a good month of networking for you guys and for everyone, really. You know, August, Leo season it's a spicy month. It's a good networking month. It's a lot of people feel a lot more attractive, feel very social. You know, getting out there, meeting new different types of people. It's a good time to experience new things. So I think this Three of Pentacles energy is really going to work really well for you guys, especially in terms of, like I said, business or like you're in creative endeavors. It's going to be important this month being open to maybe collabing with people and doing different things, especially if you are someone who's an entrepreneur or you have more of like a creative life path. You know, kind of linking up with different people and getting different perspective. I think that's going to be really, really good for you guys this month, and definitely a focus. Okay. So you guys got 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, 2 of Swords. And as some additional messages, you guys got the 9 of Swords, 4 of Cups, King of Wands. So as you can see, there's a lot of sword and cup energy. Like I said, there feels like there's a little bit of a tug of war in certain things. Again, for some of you, it feels like maybe you haven't been able to express yourself in the ways that you've been wanting to, or maybe you've been feeling silly for expressing yourself, right? Because the sea serpent also, it's very connected to feminine energy in terms of like, again, creating and feeling okay with how you feel about things, feeling okay in the ways that you feel like you need to express yourself as a person. It's really about, again, being that creative person in those ways, but also giving yourself this space and opportunity to do that. So, you know, being kind to yourself, being patient with yourself, all those things are involved as well. Now, again, there's a lot of that sword and cup energy, a lot of that back and forth. Again, I love how you guys start off with the Ten of Cups. I feel like, especially in terms of family and stuff, Aquarius has been doing great, especially those of you guys who have been struggling. Again, last year, we talked a lot about family matters when it came to Aquarius and kind of finding the right groove and finding that middle ground of what works for you and your family and your ideal situation. Also, just in terms of being happy, like I feel like you guys are feeling like you're in a really good place. For some of you, I do worry a little bit because honestly, like honest to God, everything feels good. It feels like Aquarius, you guys are doing good, but it's almost like some of you are out there waiting for some shit to like pop off because you're like, oh, no, this is too good. I would not do all that. You know, of course, if we go searching for stuff hard enough, then we'll find something that disappoints us or something that isn't quite right. I feel like you guys are in a really good place. If you are feeling like that anxious energy, like, no, something has to be wrong, again, I think it's really important that you tap into your creativity. I think that means you're just a little too bored and you got to find some shit to do that's productive. There's a lot of strategy going on with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups, right? Seven in tarot is all about a number of strategy. It's really about the inner questing. So again, some of you I feel like are in a really good place, but it's almost, it makes you uncomfortable, like, hold on, what's going on? And some of you that might lead you to looking to see what else is out there in terms of, it could be jobs, relationships, whatever. Be careful with that. Again, if you are feeling just a little anxious, like there's something wrong or something missing, it might be a better thing to go into your creative space and do something with that rather than looking for trouble. Okay. I feel like, overall, though, you guys have been having a lot of really good opportunity in front of you. I think things have been going really, really well, especially in terms of work. And we do have the Eight of Pentacles, and I love how this is in your environment. So I do think there's a lot of beautiful options in front of you, which will lead you to even more beautiful options with the Seven of Cups. Make sure that you are really using your best discernment with these two cards sitting next to each other, right? Make sure that you're being very clear. Make sure that your dealings and the people that you choose to, you know, associate with, they're honest, good connections. Because with the Seven of Cups, yes, there's a lot of options, but half of those options are possible. Another like third of those options are illusion. Like there's stuff in there to be worked out. So just making sure that you guys are being very thorough in your dealings, being very clear in what it is that you want. And also being very appreciative for everything that's happened. I think that you guys have a lot of good, again, work opportunities coming up. And especially a lot of you guys who are like entrepreneurs or doing something on your own, I feel like you are finding a lot of support this month from different resources, which is really, really cool. Four of Pentacles. This is a really important time for you guys to be saving your money, not doing too much spending, right? Being very mindful of that, being very mindful, also being mindful of just your time and the people, again, in your space that you give it to. I feel like you guys are on a whole new level of where like it's going to be really important, which it always is, but very important, again, to be mindful of the people in your space, the things in your space, the dealings. It's like your time is precious. I feel like so many of you guys have so many cool things going on that you just want to make sure that you're not, your attention isn't split on bullshit. Some of you guys may be dealing with a Pisces person, or I'm getting particularly, it could be an air sign, but I'm getting particularly Libra, that you're a little hung up in the air about. I feel like there's like a decision that may be needing to be made, but you are right now in a space of trying to gain perspective, maybe look at the situation from a different standpoint. You know, Aquarius, you guys are fixed air, which is cool, but it can be tricky. I feel like Aquarius, you know, you guys have some brilliant minds, and really the society, our society that we live in would not progress forward without you guys. Aquarius is a lot of the reason why we progress forward, and you know, because you guys rebel, you guys, you know, really challenge the system. You guys really like, well, wait, how can we make this better? How can we make this work? But with that, there's also a rigidity in the way that you guys think. Like, you guys are open-minded, but to a point, and I think it's just really important that you guys are continuing to work on being open-minded overall. And I think you guys have been, which I'm going to tell you, in terms of a lot of your relationships, that's why a lot of them have been going a little bit smoother. You've been a little bit more open with your partner, and I feel like they can see that and they feel that, and they're appreciative of that. It's not so much like this dominant energy in front of them. And look, as I say that, we get the Emperor card that falls out. So there's something where you guys may have been feeling a little bit stuck in your ways or stuck in your pattern, right? That you guys are trying to be open-minded about. And this could have to do with work, because it does have the Emperor, and the Princess of Pentacles is actually at the bottom of the deck right now. So again, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on work matters and like creativity around that, how you guys want to do something. So if there's something that there was tradition and you're like, oh, I've always done it this way, or I've always, you know, seen it this way, I feel like there's a big change of you guys being a little bit more open and seeing things from different perspectives. And I actually think that that will bring you a great result, okay? Now with this Two of Swords, why does Aquarius have the Two of Swords here? Nine of Cups. Whatever it is that you have to decide on, it's going to be really important that you guys are going towards your happiness, because that's going to give you the best outcome in the long run. So like, even let's say if you're deciding between two jobs, and let's say one pays amazingly well right away, but one is a little bit lower, but there's more potential for growth, or it's more in the field that you want to do, I think that that's what's going to bring you the most happiness overall. And yeah, I really feel like a lot of the Two of Swords, it could have to do with job things. This Two of Swords is sitting right underneath the Seven of Cups, right? So options, need to decide on something. And that Nine of Cups is all about our happiness, right? It's all about being independently happy no matter what's going on, no matter the situation, no matter who's got you, who's what. But I think there's a really big emphasis on whatever decision you guys are having to make, especially those of you guys who are dealing with like a money decision, a business decision, a work decision. What's going to be most beneficial for you in the long run is going towards what makes you happy. And that, because that's what's going to make you feel rooted. I'm looking at all this red. That's what's going to make you feel rooted, feel grounded, and you'll be able to create from a better space there. Do you know what I mean? But it's really important that you are looking at all your options. And it's really important that you are paying attention to how certain things make you feel. If there are things in this Nine of Swords, with this Nine of Swords and Four of Cups, if there are things that like instantly give you a headache, make you feel stressed, that type of thing, like that's your body trying to tell you something. I've been really on this kick lately of listening to my body and how my body responds, and not just like playing things off like, oh, I'm just tripping. Like, no, my body's trying to tell me something. And I feel like that's a really big thing for you guys as well right now. And it's going to, again, it's going to help improve your life all around. But yes, with work and all those things, be very open of your options. Be very open with your options, because there's more than one way to skin a cat. That's just what I keep hearing. Okay. The Hermit is a good time to really think about things, go deep, find answers for yourself. Again, there is a big focus on yourself, even if you are committed, even if this has to do with relationship, right? And there's some decision you need to make on that. The best thing that you can do for yourself is think about yourself in this moment, and not to be selfish, but I mean, it's going to be what's best for everybody all around. Let's see, why did Aqua get Four of Cups? Judgment. Yeah, there's something that you guys are needing to decide on. And I'm getting it very split. Some of you guys, this feels like a love situation. And some of you guys, this feels like a relationship. I feel like you guys are going to be feeling really powerful, though, in terms of everything. This King of Wands, I feel like you guys are going to be calling the shots. So whatever this decision has to do with, even if it has to do with another person, because again, some of you guys, it feels like it has to do with another person, you are going to have the final say. Get very grounded this month. It's important that you're listening to yourself, right? It's important that you are able to express yourself via your sacral chakra and using that sea serpent energy, right? And staying true to yourself. Very important. There's some beautiful things on the other side, but it's very, very important. Look at the bottom of the deck right now. You've got the Six of Wands. That's victory. So very, very important. Now, as far as your oracle card, you got successful funding. It says your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Again, so how I have this Emperor and this Hangman, if this has to do with business and in terms of like your options, it's very important that you're open with your options right now. You've got some things in front of you that you can kind of choose from, but you want to be open. Again, I said be very mindful of your money and the way you're spending it. Because I just feel like there's some big things coming up that you guys are going to need that money for going forward, okay? And again, look at all your resources, all your options, because if there's something that you're trying to start, especially from the ground up, you got support around you. You just have to be able to recognize it, okay? And then some of you guys need to release your ex. Time has now come to clear your energy. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Please thumbs up this video, guys, if you liked it or if you just, just want to support. I love you guys. If you would like a personal reading, please reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Aqua.